Hey guys, Kev here, and I have some packages. Came back from vacation, and I have packages that I don't know exactly what they are. So let's rip into one of them. This is a knife I just unboxed, the Concept Fenrir, and this is the Lefty version, which is very cool. Concept was kind enough to send me this along with some other cool knives, so shout out to them. I do have a link down below to Concept. I joined their affiliate program. And there is a discount code as well for you guys if you guys want to, I believe, knock 10% off your order with them. You can do that. It's all down below. But anyway, let's get into it. This one, I can't even figure out who it's from, so it should be interesting. Let's see. It's got my address on it. I haven't gotten to my P.O. box yet, so there's probably going to be more stuff there. Let's see what this one is. First up, this does look like a knife. It's from Vosteed. Okay, we got a Vosteed here. Check this guy out. All right, we have the Vosteed Corsair. Nitro V, interesting. Okay, Nitro V and stonewash blade. Brown micarta handle. All right, let's see. This is completely different packaging. They toned it down a little bit. We have a micarta, looks like. Natural micarta backspacer and some bits and bobs. Got it. A sticker right there. I guess the Corsair is a... Usually they go with animals, right? So they have a ship there, a patch, a cloth, okay. And it looks like an Axis style lock knife. I don't know what they are calling their Axis style lock, but we have that. And we have the knife. So this is interesting. Okay. Deep carry clip, not mounted all the way at the end. That's something Vosteed does sometimes, like the raccoon and whatnot. It's just not mounted all the way at the rear, which is okay. You have it. I mean, you're only going to have a little bit sticking out. T6 looks like on the body screws, clip screw, you have a big hole here where the clip goes. You have their standard collar and pivot, and then you have the crossbar lock. So let's give it a flick. Let's see how the D10 is on this, or the spring. Good. Okay, I like that. Ooh. 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 That's nice. That feels good. I will say it has a look kind of like it's got like a Peter Carey look to it. Does that sound right? Peter Carey, even Les George a little bit. It doesn't look exactly like anything I've seen. I'm not playing that game. I'm just telling you what I see with this little. The way I see it with the sort of spear pointy blade that's sort of tactical, and then you have this little hump right here. That's what reminds me of Peter Carey. Look up the MDK Turbo and VLD or whatever those knives are called that he did with them. And yeah, it just reminds me a little bit of that stuff. Les George, VECP, that kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and flip this clip over so I can get a better feel for that lock. Being a lefty, I need it on the other side. So we have T6s. See how easy they come out. Okay. Looks like they came out pretty easy. I believe Vosteed is making their own stuff now, or at least sharing a shop or something with somebody. For some reason, they're giving me, this knife in particular is giving me big Shieldin vibes. I don't know why that is. I know they used Kaiser a lot early on, and I don't know anything about who's making their stuff or if they're making it, but it gives me some Shieldin vibes. Why do I say that? The clip is very Shieldin-ish to me. The hardware I just saw for the clip reminds me of Shieldin. I know that's weird, and it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to give you my impressions as I work through this. Very sharp. Nitro V, a very interesting choice on the steel, because Nitro V is not too well used these days. It kind of had a little fad for a while, mostly with Civivi doing Nitro V stuff. that I think a few other brands used it as well. But I really like Nitro V. I have some kitchen knives in it. I've had a lot of customs in it, right? I think I had a Tough Knives custom in Nitro V, and then some fixed blades and stuff. It's very cool. It has a decent edge retention, especially if it has a good finish on the blade. It's got decent edge retention. What did I say first? I meant to say corrosion resistance, if I didn't. And then I meant to say edge retention is pretty good on Nitro V. I'd put it up there with, like, 154 cm. It's better. I'd say it's a little better than VG10. It's definitely better than N690, but it's in that realm with like 154, 14C, something like that, in my opinion. I'm not an expert on steel. They really greased up this micarta. I'm not a fan of that just because it's slipping a little bit for me. I want it to dry out a little bit. But it does feel good. I like the look of that natural micarta. The axis style lock feels good. The position of the studs, this is where, if you're going to do a crossbar lock knife, right? This is my theory. If you're going to do a crossbar lock knife, I want to have the studs, and I want the studs to be placed in a way that I'm flicking straight up. And that's what the bug out achieves, right? Even the 940 does it well. That's what Benchmade, to me, was born on, because when you take a knife that has an axis lock and, you put a Omega spring in there that's semi-weak, like, it's just natural that the spring's going to be on the weaker side. Now, these feel pretty good, actually. You can see it pulls it in. But if you have a good stud placement, it can negate a shitty spring, because you're just flicking straight up. Naturally, you're getting enough power to flick it, and even if you flick out a little bit to do the reverse flick, you'll see it's easier to fail that way, but I can still get it pretty reliably, right? And that's because of the angle of the studs. And a lot of people get that wrong. They do axis stock or axis lock style knives, and then they have the studs where you're kind of like shifting, you're kind of flicking out, and it just doesn't work well. And that's what sucks about a lot of knives like that. But this one has nailed that. It's very good, the placement. I really enjoy it. That's something that Asher Knives always gets right. There's a few companies that nail that stuff. Feels great. I want to cut something. So I'm going to grip it up. You don't have a choil, but the way the sharpening choil and this flat are, it basically is a choil. And yeah, I could tell this felt very, very sharp. Yeah, I can basically do curly cues on it. Very, very good. I like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah, I think Vosteed has a good knife here. It's on bearings, I think. I mean, it's pretty clear it's on bearings. It's swinging down like that. And, that's what people want these days. There's no play. People want an axis style lock knife that falls shut. Yeah, those are bearings. So it makes sense, right? If you're after an axis style lock knife that you can take to work and get all the gunk in there and shit, you're probably better off with Benchmade, or SRM Knives actually makes some that have washers. There's plenty of other ones, I'm sure, with washers. But, they're attacking the fidget market, is Vosteed, and that's kind of their thing. 80 deployments and all that shit. And that's the other thing I didn't even point out. I really like how simple this knife is. They didn't go crazy and put a top flipper, a back flipper, a front flipper, a backwards flipper, an upside down flipper, and a button lock right here, and they didn't go crazy with it like they usually do, and it's very good. Sometimes simple is better. And I think they really did a good job with that here. So, anyway, that is the Corsair from Vosteed. I think they did a great job on this knife. I really want to check out their Mayhem, the one with the compression lock with the button, just because of that. Just sounds cool. It looks awesome, too. But I haven't been able to wrangle one out of them yet. I don't know if it's released or anything, so maybe that's why, or just missed the boat. I don't know. But this is very cool. So that's the Corsair from Vosteed. Looks like you have steel liners on both sides, heavily milled. Weight feels perfect for the size. Studs are good. You get good access to them. Feels good. The clip looks good. I mean, it doesn't get in the way. Has enough of a ramp. Not a ton of a ramp. That's what reminded me of Shield, and it kind of reminds me of what they did on our Growler model. Very low angled clip. You kind of got to angle it when you get it in your pocket, but that's okay. Sharp as balls. Nice stonewash on here. And yeah, I don't know. I just think they did a good job on this. So there you go. Corsair. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would love to hear about it. Leave me a comment letting me know your favorite thing about this knife. That's what I want to hear, is your favorite thing about this knife. And then, you know, give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel. And I do have a link, I believe, to Vosteed, an affiliate link. I don't think there's a discount, unfortunately, but if you guys are going to pick one of these up or anything from them, use that link. It does help the channel. So, all right. Love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.